photographed car.
What adventure of life.
Roadside assistance.
With loader towing.
Gosh, it is. The engine's pushed way back up into the...
They had to hit it.
Yeah.
They're lucky anybody's alive.
Yeah.
Princess Diana dead.
Oh, she died.
Where's the remote?
Oh my god. Just use the volume. Get it loud.
Why can't?
Officials are saying at the hospital, but it appears to be official. Princess Diana, at the age of 36, has died of massive internal injuries she suffered in a car accident, along with her companion Dodi Al-Fayed.
On August 31st, 1997, the world was hit with the kind of news that stops you where you stand.
We have reports from Paris that Diana, Princess of Wales, has been killed in a car accident and that her partner, Dodi Fayed, has also been killed. They were apparently being pursued by paparazzi on 2 motorcycles.
Princess Diana had been killed in a high-speed crash in Paris. She was only 36. For someone who lived half her life under a camera lens, the way her story ended didn't feel real. Her boyfriend Dodi Fayed and their driver Henry Paul were also killed. What happened in the Alma Tunnel that night turned into one of the most examined tragedies of the last century, and even now, people argue about what really happened. Diana Frances Spencer didn't grow up expecting any of this. Born July 1st, 1961, she came from aristocracy. But her upbringing wasn't as picture-perfect as it looked from the outside. Her parents' ugly divorce shaped her emotional world early on. She was shy, almost withdrawn, but incredibly warm. Those traits only amplified once she stepped into the royal spotlight. She first crossed paths with Prince Charles at 16, back when he was dating her sister. Years later, under mounting pressure for Charles to find a wife, he and Diana began seeing each other. 6 months in, they were engaged. And in 1981, the world watched her walk into St. Paul's Cathedral as a 20-year-old bride and walk out as a global phenomenon. The crowds adored her instantly, but behind the scenes, the marriage was already strained. Charles never truly let go of Camilla Parker Bowles. Diana said it plainly in her 1995 Panorama interview, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded."
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
She spoke openly about her bulimia, her depression, and the loneliness she felt inside the institution. The interview angered the royal family so much that Queen Elizabeth pushed for a divorce. By 1996, it was done. Freed from royal restrictions, Diana threw herself into humanitarian work. AIDS patients, landmine victims, the homeless, she went straight to the people most others avoided. She wasn't polished or scripted. She hugged people, listened, cried with them. She became the people's princess because she earned it, not because the palace branded her that way. By the summer of 1997, she was in a new relationship with Dodi Fayed. They spent weeks traveling the Mediterranean, trailed relentlessly by paparazzi. Diana had been openly fearful of the media for years, telling friends she felt hunted. She even made a disturbing prediction recorded by her lawyer, Lord Mishcon, in 1995. "My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure, and serious head injury." The note was written down and sealed in a safe. She repeated similar fears to Paul Burrell, saying, "They're planning something, an accident with my car." On August 30th, Diana and Dodi arrived in Paris. The paparazzi were waiting outside the Ritz, so they planned a late-night escape through a back entrance. Their driver was Henry Paul, the hotel's acting head of security. They left just after midnight, with the photographers immediately chasing them on motorbikes. As the Mercedes entered the Alma Tunnel, it was speeding. Investigators estimated around 65 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone. Seconds later, it hit the 13th pillar. Dodi died instantly. Henry Paul moments later. Diana was still alive but gravely injured. She went into cardiac arrest in hospital. By 4 a.m., she was gone. Only bodyguard Trevor Rees-Jones survived, and he has no memory of the crash. The immediate blame fell on the paparazzi. Some were still taking photos as the wreckage smoked. But the investigation took a strange turn very quickly. Toxicology reports showed Henry Paul was more than 3 times over the French legal limit. Critics pointed out he didn't appear drunk on the hotel's CCTV that night. No stumbling, no slurred speech. Later, independent experts claimed his samples showed unusually high levels of carbon monoxide, leading some to believe the blood wasn't his. Then the conspiracy theories grew legs. 14 CCTV cameras in and around the tunnel failed to capture the crash, either not working, turned elsewhere, or inactive. Not a single frame of the moment exists. In a major city like Paris, that still feels impossible to a lot of people. The speed of Diana's autopsy raised even more alarms. Under French law, autopsies on foreigners aren't supposed to be conducted without notifying their home embassy. Yet hers was carried out just hours later. Some people believe this was done to quickly shut down rumors she might have been pregnant with Dodi's child, a rumor that circulated heavily in the months before her death. Another detail that never sat right with the public was who retrieved her body. Instead of a senior government figure or an official diplomat, it was her ex-husband, Prince Charles. He flew to Paris personally. Some saw it as respect. Others saw it as control. Years later, Operation Paget re-examined everything: blood samples, CCTV failures, eyewitness accounts, conspiracy claims. After 3 years and £4 million, the final conclusion was a tragic accident. But the unanswered details kept the debates alive.
William and I considered reopening the inquest because there were so many gaps and so many holes in it, which just didn't add up and didn't make sense. I need to take this journey. I need to ride the same route. Everybody got away with it.
The aftermath reshaped the monarchy, the media, and Diana's sons forever. Outside Kensington Palace, people left so many flowers, the piles became waist-high. Millions mourned a woman they never met, but felt connected to. Prince Harry was 12 when he lost her. He's spoken more openly than anyone else about its impact. In one interview, he said, "My mother was chased to her death, and I won't put my wife or my children in that same position." In another, he said, "I don't want history repeating itself." His grief shaped nearly every major decision he made as an adult. Even Prince Philip, long before the crash, once made a brutally honest comment that stuck with Diana. According to multiple reports, he told her, "In the family you have married into, a husband will always have a mistress." It was meant as an explanation, not comfort. But it said everything about the world she walked into.
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because I do things differently. Because I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
Diana changed the monarchy simply by being herself, flawed, emotional, compassionate, and human. She didn't fit their mold, and she never pretended she did. Whether the crash was a tragic accident or something darker, the impact of her life and death hasn't faded. Let me know what you think of this case in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.